The title of our research is Sugarcane Bagasse as Fibreboards.
The researchers of the study are Atienza Jasmine Denise, Bautista Giancarlo, Panganiban Charlie, and Ramos Alexander. The contents that we're going to discuss are the background of the study, statement of the problem, research hypothesis, scope of the study, significance of the study, review of related literature, research methodology, experimental setup, and a timetable.
We aim to evaluate whether sugarcane bagasse, the remains of manufactured sugarcane-based products such as sugar, is a good material to use in making fiberboards. This is significant to our lives because we need to conserve as much resources as possible for our own good, and these so-called wastes can be used in other ways than fuel and feed. The quality of the product made with this alternative material is the biggest component that we need to consider. This study aims to evaluate whether it is better, the same, or worse than the original, and in what ways are they different. We need to tell whether sugarcane bagasse is worth calling an alternative. We looked at aspects such as its density, sturdiness, and its effect on the environment. After that, we thought of ways on how we can collect data and came up with our research questions.
In the first research question, we would use water absorption test to see how much water the regular and the sugarcane fiberboard could imbibe or soak up. On the second, we would test how sturdy the fiberboard is by putting weight on top of it. And on the third and last, we would see its effects to the environment. We, the researchers, will find different results varied on the sugarcane bagasse quality compared to the regular one. The sugarcane fiberboard may break apart or be as sturdy as sturdy. We also expect that sugarcane fiberboard would be good for the environment if it will do well on the first two questions. The research questions are 1. Is there a significant difference in weight between a normal fiberboard and the fiberboard that was made by sugarcane bagasse by using water absorption test? 2. How much weight can a fiberboard made from sugarcane bagasse can hold? A 5 kg, B 8 kg, and C 10 kg. Last is number 3. What are the effects of the sugarcane bagasse fiberboards to the environment? For the hypothesis of this study, we expect that either the sugarcane bagasse can be made into a fiberboard or it is not possible. The study will focus on the effectiveness of sugarcane bagasse as a material for making fiberboards that are used in doing furniture. This aspect will be looked into where the sugarcane bagasse is potential material for fiberboards. The study of sugarcane bagasse as fiberboards will mainly focus on the testing the effectiveness of sugarcane bagasse as material on making fiberboards. This research will not include the process of making sugarcane bagasse.
For the significance of the studies, this study would do a significant help to the beneficiaries. First, it would help industrial because we would be using the residues of sugar canes and they are common in our community. Next is the furniture industry, which could benefit from this because we are experimenting a new kind of fiberboard which they use in making furnitures. And last, the future researchers because they can use this study as a reference for the research that is related to the topic. For the list of titles of related specific studies, we all know that sugarcane can produce sugar after being crushed by machine and bagasse was made after that. But what are the different studies and literature about this sugarcane bagasse? These are the following studies and literature that we've found on different websites. Related studies. The first study is entitled Optimal Allocation of Sugarcane Bagasse for Producing Bioelectricity and Second Generation Ethanol in Brazil. Scenarios of Cost Reductions. This study is similar to the present studies because the primary materials of the research study is sugarcane bagasse and how it can help their focused study. On the contrary, this study is different from the present study because the researchers on the similar studies focus on how sugarcane bagasse can produce bioelectricity and second-generation ethanol, while the present aims to know if it is possible to make fiberboards out of sugarcane bagasse. Second study is entitled Efficiency of Biorefinery Scheme Using Sugarcane Bagasse as Raw Material. This research is similar to the present studies because the raw material on its research was sugarcane bagasse and how it can help the society to lessen the bagasse waste in the area. However, this study focuses on analyzing the effects of this bagasse on how much efficient energy it can produce on biorefinery scheme, while the present study aims to know how sugarcane bagasse can be used as a primary material on fiberboard. The third and last study was entitled Energy Efficiency of Biorefinery Scheme Using Sugarcane Bagasse as Raw Material. This research is similar to the present study because the raw material on its research was sugarcane bagasse and how it can help the society to lessen the bagasse waste in the area. However, this study focuses on analyzing the effect of the bagasse on how much efficient energy it can produce on biorefinery scheme, while the present study aims to know how sugarcane bagasse could be used as primary material for fiberboards. For the related literatures, first related literature is a review of sugarcane bagasse for second-generation bioethanol and biopower production. This literature's main objective is to know how sugarcane bagasse can be a great source of second-generation bioethanol and biopower. The similarities of this literature and studies is that their primary material is sugarcane bagasse and how it can help on their research problem. However, aside from these similarities, there are also differences between these two studies. The related literature is focusing on how sugarcane bagasse can be a source of bioethanol and biopower, while the present study focuses on how sugarcane bagasse can be used as fiberboards. Second literature is entitled Inorganics in Sugarcane Bagasse and Straw and Their Impact on Bioenergy and Biorefining. This literature is similar to the present study because it is all about the sugarcane bagasse. It tackles on how this thing can be made and can be effective as a bioenergy and biorefining. However, this literature also has differences from the present studies because the present study aims to know how sugarcane can be made as fiberboard, while the other literature focuses on different things such as impact of straw and bagasse on bioenergy and its impact on biorefining.
For the research methodology, we use experimental research design to evaluate whether sugarcane bagasse can be used as a fiberboard. We use this to get the information that we want to gather to answer the statement of the problem. These are the following tests to make in the fiberboard that was made from sugarcane bagasse. The first test is about water absorption. We want to know the significant difference on how heavy the common fiberboard and the one made out from sugarcane bagasse. We will cut both of the fiberboard on 3 different pieces with the same weight, then soak in water within 24 hours. After that, we will use a weighing scale to know the weight of the 2 fiberboards, and then we will gather the data that we need to answer the problem number 1. Then, we will proceed to another test that aims to test the strength of the sugarcane bagasse fiberboard. The sugarcane bagasse fiberboard will be placed in between the two things with the same height that can hold the bagasse fiberboard. Then we will place 5 kilos, 8 kilos, and 10 kilos of sand respectively. After that, the researchers will also gather the data that they need to answer the problem. The third and last one is to note what is the effect of this fiberboard that was made from sugarcane bagasse in the environment. For the experimental setup, we will use independent samples t-test on water absorption test to note the significant difference on weight between a normal fiberboard and the fiberboard that was made with sugarcane bagasse.
For the timetable, we will be allotting 1 to 2 days in gathering the materials, 3 to 4 days experimentation and drying of fiberboards, and 2 days in gathering data. This table represents the plan of our research study. On the first day, we are going to gather the materials that we need to conduct our experiment. It is very important to know the materials because it has a big impact on having good experimental research. It will take 1 to 2 days to gather the materials that we need. The next one is the experimentation, followed by drying the fiberboards. We will mix the sugarcane bagasse to the bonding agent called epoxy, then mix it up until the mixture that we want is formed. After that, we will place it into a molder and wait up to 3 to 4 days until it dries. And the last one is gathering of data. After the fiberboard was dried up, we will put it on different tests to gather the data that we need to find the answer to the research problems. And that's all for the video representation. Thank you for listening.